seems like I'm asking a lot of nosy questions, but it's part of the process. At what age, Miss Cameron, did you start using alcohol or drugs?
12.
12? And what was the first thing that you tried?
Smirnoff.
Smirnoff? That vodka?
No, it's those little fruity, like bottled drinks.
Okay.
Like wine coolers, I guess.
Okay. Those that have only got like 5% alcohol or something in it? Okay. And in the past 30 days, how much alcohol would you say that, how many days have you drank?
28, maybe.
28. And over your lifetime, how many years have you drank? How old are you again?
I'm 31, so about 19 years.
About 19 years? Okay. And you drank that, right, orally?
Mm-hmm.
Did you ever drink to intoxication?
Yes.
In those 28 days prior to coming in for treatment, how many of those did you drink to intoxication?
Probably about 20.
20 of them? Okay. And over your lifetime, how many years would you say that you spent getting intoxicated?
About 10.
About 10. Okay. And what would you say, besides alcohol, what would you say would be your primary drug of choice?
Cocaine.
Cocaine? And did you use it in the last 30 days?
Yes.
How many days?
Maybe like 16.
And how many years have you used it?
About 3 or 4.
Okay. And how did you ingest that?
Snorting.
Snorting it? Okay. And did you ever use any other drugs long term?
I used to have a hydrocodone problem when I was a teenager.
Okay. But not in the last 30 days?
Right.
And did you use methadone or anything like that?
Mm-mm.
And how many years were you addicted to codeine?
Maybe one or two, like about a year and a half.
Okay. And you took those orally or? Okay.
Yeah, sometimes snort, but for the most time, just took them orally.
Okay. All right. So you never tried heroin or barbiturates?
I mean, I've done Xanax some, but it's just not my thing.
Okay. So you just tried it or?
No, I mean, there was a while where, I would take it. I've maybe taken it like 10 times in the past.
Okay. So it was not something that you took on a regular basis?
No.
Okay. All right. Any other sedatives, hypnotics, tranquilizers?
Tried Ambien, but one time.
I can't take Ambien. All right. Have you ever used amphetamines?
I'm prescribed Adderall XR 20 milligrams for ADHD.
But you've never used it recreationally or abused your medication?
No, it makes me feel normal, so I've just always kind of wanted to keep that the one thing that I didn't mess up,
Right. That's good. That's good because sometimes some drug addicts abuse their ADD medicine.
I mean, I've tried meth one time, but it was a terrible experience.
Okay. What about cannabis, weed?
Mm-hmm.
Did you try it or did you
I
use
did for
it?
a while.
How many years would you say you used it?
Probably about 11.
11?
Mm-hmm.
Have you used it in the last 30 days?
Twice.
2 times? And how did you ingest that?
Smoke.
Okay. And have you ever used a needle to administer any drugs? Are you now or have you ever been an IV drug user?
No.
Okay. Let's see here. Okay. you ever use inhalants?
Yeah. There was a little while where me and some of my friends would have air dusters.
So you use
it was just a couple of months where that was a thing, but
Okay. What about hallucinogenics?
yeah, I've done ecstasy, acid, and mushrooms.
Do you ever have a bad acid trip?
Yes.
You remember what happened?
Yeah, I was at a music festival with a friend, and I thought I was coming out of it, I guess. But it kind of passed. And so I took my Adderall thinking that, I could just kind of come back to normal. And I guess the two mixed together, and everything just got very, very harsh, very violent. And, I was very violent towards my friend.
Okay. Yeah, it's never good to mix any drugs.
No, and I learned my lesson with that one.
And have you ever mixed more than one substance per day, including alcohol?
Mm-hmm.
And which drugs were those?
Pretty much all of them with alcohol.
Okay. One to come up, one to come down, one to go back up?
I just enjoyed drinking, so it was, anytime I always just had a drink in my hand.
So were you beer or hard liquor or kind of a combination depending on the mood and the...
Yeah.
Okay. Alrighty. And have you ever had a period of voluntary abstinence from... I've got cocaine listed as your primary drug of choice because, of course, that's what you told me just a moment ago.
Mm-hmm.
So have you ever voluntarily abstained any great amount of time?
No. It's mostly just been, recently the past 3 years.
Okay. All right. And how many times have you ever had any type of alcohol DTs?
Once.
One time. Have you ever overdosed on drugs?
No.
Okay. How many times have you been treated for alcohol abuse?
None.
Drug abuse?
None.
How many, so that this would be none either. And how have you, and you said you've never been in any type of treatment?
I mean, I've seen a therapist before. I've seen an outpatient therapist, but...
Was that for your alcohol?
It wasn't for that, but it kind of got brought into it, I guess.
Okay. That may go more under the psychological, and then it ties back over.
They were asking me to taper down on alcohol intake for mental health problems.
Okay. In the last 30 days, how much money would you say that you spent on alcohol?
Maybe like 350.
Okay. And how much money would you say that you spent on drugs, Miss Cameron?
Ooh, probably about 350.
Okay. And do you have someone that you usually buy your supply from on a regular basis, or just whoever you can find?
I mean, yeah, and if they don't have something, they usually refer me to somebody that they know who does.
Okay. Have you deleted their number from your phone?
No.
Do you think that might be a good start? Are you ready for that step
but
yet?
it's a friend, and it just makes it a little bit more complicated.
Okay. All right. And have you gone to any type of AA, NA, Celebrate Recovery? Okay. In the 30 days prior to coming in, how many days have you experienced alcohol problems? You said it was 28, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it was 22 on the drugs? Or 20? No.
16.
16.
About 4 times a week.
All right. And we're back to on a scale from 0 to 4 again, okay? How troubled or bothered are you by your alcohol problems on a scale of 0 to 4?
2.
2? What about your drug problems?
3.
3? Okay. How important is treatment for your alcohol problems?
3.
3. What about your drug problems?
4.
4? Okay. Are you experiencing any type of withdrawal symptoms right now, or?
I mean, it's been difficult, but I wouldn't say you know, I don't feel like I'm dying or
Okay.
anything. I'm not throwing up a lot. I just, you know, I don't feel like myself, and I get really tired a lot, and so it's hard for me to stay up and pay attention, I guess.
Okay. Alrighty. Alright, we're gonna talk about your legal status now. Okay. Are you currently on probation or parole?
No,
Okay. Have you ever been arrested for shoplifting, vandalism, or theft?
yes,
And were you under the influence at the time?
no,
Okay. Any parole or probation violations?
no,
Okay. Drug charges?
one,
Okay. And at the time that you caught those charges, were you under the influence?
yes,
Okay. Have you ever been arrested for forgery?
no,
Okay. Weapons offenses?
no,
Burglary, larceny, or breaking and entering? Robbery?
mm-mm,
Assault?
mm-mm,
Arson?
mm-mm,
Rape or sex-related crimes? Okay. Homicide or manslaughter?
mm-mm,
Prostitution?
no,
Contempt of court?
no.
Any other charges not listed here?
Yeah, disturbing the peace.
And what happened with that?
Me and my significant other at the time were just out front yelling and arguing with each other, and neighbors called cops.